You know that movie, Fantastic Mr. Fox? Wes Anderson's stop-motion masterpiece. It's quirky, it's hilarious, but what if there's something deeper going on? Today, we're going to dig into how one simple line from a fox might just be a profound biblical call to a much fuller life. Okay, let's get into it.
And this is the line. This is the moment it all changes for him. Mr. Fox basically says, I'm done with this safe, predictable underground life. It's this declaration of restlessness, a deep desire for something more. And that feeling, well, it echoes through centuries of people searching for spiritual meaning.
So that really gets you thinking, right? What if this isn't just about a fox wanting a fancier treehouse? What if this is a powerful metaphor for our own lives? A spiritual call to action to leave behind whatever is holding us back and step out into something brand new.
To really get what he means by moving above ground, we first have to unpack what the whole is all about. And spiritually speaking, it's way more than just a place to live. It's a state of being.
If you look at the Bible, it's actually full of stories about people hiding out in holes and caves, and almost every time it's because they're afraid or ashamed or they've just given up. A perfect example? The prophet Elijah. After this huge victory, he gets a threat and he just runs. He ends up totally alone, hiding in a cave on a mountain.
So there he is, at his lowest point, and God finds him. But listen to the question God asks. It's not this big, booming accusation. It's gentle. It's searching. What are you doing here, Elijah? It's like he's coaxing him out of that darkness, not with a show of force, but with a still, small voice, a gentle whisper.
And you know what? This whole instinct to hide when we mess up, it's not new. It goes all the way back. Literally all the way back to the very beginning, in the Garden of Eden.
So right after they disobey God, what's the first thing Adam and Eve do? They hide. And once again, listen to God's response. It's not thunder and lightning. It's a question, a relational call into the open. Where are you? He obviously knows where they are. He's asking about their hearts.
So here's the takeaway, all right? The whole is all about fear, shame, hiding away. But living above ground, that's about stepping into the light, into honesty, into freedom. The point is, God's grace isn't there to shame you while you're hiding. It's there to call you out into the open. All right, so if the goal is to get out of the hole, then where are we going? Mr. Fox said it himself, right? The view is better above ground. So let's talk about what that new perspective really looks like. And this idea, it's right at the heart of the Christian faith. It's a total identity switch. The idea is you were darkness. You were living in that hole. But now you are light. It's not just something you try to be. It's who you've become. And the challenge is to actually live like it, to walk around above ground. And that is exactly what it means to see the view. When you finally step out of that hole of fear or whatever's holding you back, your whole perspective just shifts. Everything becomes clearer. You start seeing life from a higher place, from God's vantage point. And from up there, things like grace and hope suddenly become the main thing you see. For Mr. Fox, this wasn't just about real estate. He was tired of the whole lifestyle. He was just surviving. And he knew he was made for more than that. This taps into another huge spiritual idea.
Listen to one of Jesus' core mission statements. He didn't come so we could just barely get by, scraping and surviving in our little holes. He came to offer a life that is abundant, full, overflowing. It's the total opposite of a life lived in fear.
So you've got these two completely different ways of living, right? On one hand, you have survival mode. That's the life in the hole. It's all about scarcity, insecurity, just trying not to lose. But on the other hand, you have abundance mode. And that's a life lived from a place of security, of faith. You literally stop digging your hole out of fear and you start building your life on faith.
Okay, we can actually take this metaphor of the hole one step further, and it gets pretty intense. Because in its most extreme form, a hole isn't just a hiding place. It's a grave. It's a tomb.
And there is no story that paints this picture more powerfully than the story of Lazarus. Think about it. This is a guy who is literally in the ultimate hole, a tomb. He's been dead for 4 days. He is the definition of stuck. There's absolutely zero hope he's getting out on his own. And then Jesus shows up. He stands in front of that tomb, and he just speaks. 2 simple words, but they're filled with all the power of God. Come out. And in that instant, life just floods back into a place of decay. It is the ultimate call-out of the hole and into the light.
And here's the thing, that journey isn't just Lazarus' story. It's a picture of the journey for every believer. We all start out in our own kind of tomb, right? Trapped by our failures. But then we hear that same divine call, come out. And by His power, we rise, and we start this brand new life, a resurrection life lived above ground.
So, okay, we're out of the hole, we're living in the light, we have this new perspective. Now what? Is the idea just to, kick back and enjoy the view by ourselves?
That restlessness that Mr. Fox feels, that's so important. It wasn't just about him wanting a nicer place. It was about him needing to be who he was created to be. And that points to a huge spiritual truth. We aren't just rescued from the hole to be comfortable. We're called out for a purpose.
Because this new life, this above-ground life, it's supposed to be seen. Jesus said, "You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden." I mean, what's the point of a city on the hill? The whole point is that everyone can see it. Your new life, your new perspective is meant to be this beacon of hope for other people who are still stuck in their own holes.
Okay, so let's put it all together. What does it really mean to say, I don't want to live in a hole anymore? Well, it means you're done hiding. You're ready to step out into the light of truth and grace. It means you're going to start seeing your life with new eyes, with God's eyes. It means you're going to live in that resurrection power every day. And finally, it means you're going to embrace your calling to be a light for others.
When you really think about it, it all comes down to the same simple two-word invitation. The one that echoed in the garden, the one that whispered in that lonely cave, and the one that thundered in front of that tomb. It's an invitation for every single one of us, for me and for you. Come out.